What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike, full-time Amazon media seller. So I sell all the things people say you can't make money selling. Books, CDs, DVDs, I even got some cassettes in here. Today we are outside of a thrift store. I'll take you guys inside. You will see my Scout Lace screen. It's just a phone app that tells you whether or not to buy the item. I got a little fancy Bluetooth scanner here. The sun is shining, so I'm already hot. I don't know why I decided to wear a black t-shirt today, but it is my favorite guy of all time, another Mike, Michael Myers.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. The topic of the video, the 3 times I almost quit reselling. These are all true stories. So there was 3 different times, and I'm gonna start with the earliest. So when I basically began reselling to more recent ones, right? So we all have ups and downs. Some days are better than others. And listen, this is a lot of damn work, especially managing a YouTube channel. We got the private group over there, $2.99 a month, shameless plug, join it. We got weekly calls, private Discord. Anyways, the first time, the earliest time I almost quit, this wouldn't even exist, was when I was still working at CVS full time. And I had to figure out a way to scale this business while working 50 hours a week, while having a wife and 5 cats at the time. And honestly, there were many days, and I can't say this enough, and this might sound cheesy, and I really don't even care. Debs stuck by my side, and I would literally have 1 or 2 days off, and I would drag her to thrift stores. And listen, back then, working at CVS, I was miserable, 100%. Like, I was miserable to her. I was miserable to everybody around me because of my situation. So there were plenty of times early on when I was building this business on the side while working full time that I was straight up to the point where I'm like, forget this.
You're cool, and you, I'm out.
I'll just work this job the rest of my life. It's more stable. I'll be able to at least spend quality time with Deb and my cats. And I'll tell you what, like, that was probably the hardest of the 3 I'm gonna tell you about, because you sell yourself short. You're just starting this. You don't even see the potential of what's possibly in front of you, but you're not getting the crazy results. So you're like, well, why am I spending one of my days off in thrift stores instead of spending time with my wife and my kids? And that was the hardest hump to get over. And I guess the moral of that story is, to get to this point, if you're going to be trying to get out of a full-time job and do reselling full-time, there are sacrifices that have to be made. And if you don't have people in your corner, or people like Deb that can kind of see the long-term vision and kind of can see the light at the end of the tunnel with you, it is next to impossible to get to where you want to go. And that's just the reality of it. So that was the first time. I got 2 more times. I probably got 1,000 times, right? Then you'd be like, oh man, this guy's a quitter. No, I'm not a quitter, but there are crucial moments in your business, and I can look back and I remember, you know, working at CVS and then being off of random Tuesday, and Deb's got all this stuff she wants to do because I've been working 6 days a week, and I'm like, hey, can we go to a thrift store? And like, I don't know, I say it to this day, she's crazy for sticking with me, but I thank her for it. Oh my God, I can't say it enough. So I'm gonna drag you guys inside Blue Mountain Thrift Store here. Like I said, you guys will see my screen. I will record my Scout Lace screen, and you'll see all the junk they have. Lots to scan, little to make, but hey, you gotta show up every 2 months at some of these crappier thrift stores and see, you know, maybe they got a fresh batch in, maybe they got a new book person in, who knows? Let's go.
I can
we are back from Blue Mountain, and it was actually better than I thought it was going to be. Pain in the ass part about that place is you've seen on their pricing wall, you got to buy like quantities, right? So I need to buy 6 DVDs to get them for $1 a piece, or otherwise they're $2. CDs are 3 for $3. We did really well on the CDs. The books suck. I don't know if they scan their books in the back or there's another scanner in the area, but their books are just brutal, and they have so many books. But back to the topic. 3 different times I wanted to quit this whole gig together. We already covered the first one when I first started. The second one and the third one almost came in tandem. So 2022, as an Amazon seller, I was building my Amazon business. I was doing right around $10,000 a month. And in Q4, Amazon used to have this thing called restock limits. So basically they would limit how many items you could send into Amazon. So at the time, I had about 3,500 items already sent into Amazon. And then one morning I woke up and it went from being able to send in anything I wanted to my limit being 1,000. So I already had 3,500. I couldn't have more than 1,000. What are you supposed to do? So that got me thinking to myself, like, is this business sustainable, right? If every Q4 I can't continue to send in inventory, and it's the busiest time of the year for shopping online, it had me second guessing everything. And I know a lot of larger sellers jump ship just because of that alone, and I don't blame them one bit. So what happened with me is I rode out the tide. I couldn't send anything in for like 5 or 6 months. Thankfully, I had my inventory up to a point where I was continually selling items, so my payouts kind of stayed the same. But you don't want to be in that situation, right? Like, what am I supposed to do for 6 months? I don't want to do FBM and pack and ship out of my storage unit or my apartment. So for me, I was close to just being like, this ain't it. And honestly, this is probably the first time I talked a lot about this in public, because, you know, I don't want to come off as like a quitter, but I mean, like I said, we all have doubts, and we hit lows, we hit highs. So after that, the next biggest thing I ran into, and the third and last time I almost quit, was probably early 2023. The restock limits opened back up. I could send things in again, but what I ran into was the money I was spending, I was just spinning my tires. So I would go spend $1,000, and then that week I'd make $1,000, right? There's no progress. We talk about it all the time. Your bank account has to go up. Why else are we doing this, right? I'm not doing this just for free, just to go spend $33 just to make $33, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. No business, nobody in the world operates to break even. So I was burning my tires. I was going to all these thrift stores, which I hated driving. I didn't have my routes down. I wasn't being, you know, surgical with my thrifting. And I was comparing myself to others. So this was like the last dump truck of stuff that got dumped on me before I realized none of it mattered. So I was going out 5-6 days a week, driving all over the place, like chasing, running a chicken without a head. I was basically barely making any money, even though I was spending lots of money. Everybody around me showing these crazy numbers on social media and YouTube, and, you know, even with YouTube in general, that's another thing that I had to get over, is I'm never going to be Mr. Beast, right? So, like, comparing myself to other YouTubers, it just doesn't make sense. My content's my content, right? I don't do anything crazy. I just want to help people make some money on the side. So I had to come to a realization that this is what it is, right? Like, I'm going to be the smaller reselling YouTube channel that helps a select few people that kind of can catch my vibes, that I'm a straight up guy and I want to help everybody make money. And that's A-okay. And when it translates to the business side, is this is what it is. I'm not ever going to have the tractor trailers full of media.
Since I'm going to Hollywood today, and this is a glamour city, I'm going to bring out this glamorous new truck that I have, show it off to the guys and gals out there, and I'll see what they have to say about me.
Dumped off. I'm not going to have the warehouse. I'm not going to have the employees. And that is a-okay. And for some reason, I guess because I'm so competitive, I've been so competitive my whole life, I thought to myself that, like, I gotta be the best there ever was. And honestly, I never even, like, publicly said that I would be the best, biggest bookseller, media seller out there. And I just had to realize the fact that, honestly, I don't give a crap what other people do in their reselling business. I'm glad. I got a lot of people over in the group that make a lot more money than me. I am happy for you all. I have no resentment. I am proud that you got your business this far. But for me, what I do that pertains to my income and my lifestyle, this is a-okay. And that's when I really realized, okay, this is what it is, right? So here's how I'm going to get to where I want to go. And it doesn't matter what else is going on around me. That was the last time, and that was the toughest time, where I had to basically own up, man up, say, it don't matter what Joe Blow's doing. Doesn't matter what Susie Q's doing. What are you doing? Is it enough for you and your family? Are you making money? If not, how can you make money? It was rough. It was rough. I've had plenty of dark days in reselling and YouTube world. But now that I guess I've grown up. My business has grown up. My mindset has grown up. So now I'm just like, it's whatever, right? So let me show you guys some of the stuff we got. I know this first one is a cover scan. All that remains is like, this is like hardcore metal. When I was growing up, a few of my friends used to be into this band. So when I seen this, I figured it'd be profitable, and I sent one in from a bulk buy, so I knew that was profitable. Let me get my screen recording. We will run down these real quick. I'll do the book since I'm the used book guy, and I don't plan on quitting ever again, right? It's just, we all fall on hard times. $9.99, but that will sell. So we jump up to $12.22. We paid $1. You make $3.50-ish. This will sell the second it gets checked in. No used FBA. So here we are again. This thing sells about once a week. Probably put it in at $16.99. We'll make around $7. Why keep praying? $5 profit. $5.84 profit. Fire and Sword. And then the last one we got, no FBA at all, new or used. So we'll probably price this $19.99. We'll make around $8 for songs from a lead-lined room. The CDs were the best, so I guess I should show you some, at least some of the new ones. Here goes, this is funny. Double whammy here, The Verve. Perfect example, all you lazy people that don't want to look at your phone. This sells a little bit less than once a week. There's one used offer. It's acceptable, so it won't be buy box eligible. So we price this at $17.99. We get the buy box. We make $20 off our $2. What else do we got? Brand new seal. This is a super slow mover, $19.99. It should sell. Michael Jackson. Scream duet with Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. Used buy box is going to $12.23. That's a merchant offer. I think it's because the FBA offers are above $20. So we'll go $17.99. Hopefully we'll get $10 after fees. Aretha Franklin sells once a week. This is brand new seal. There is no new FBA. Price is $20. You'll make like $11, $12. More Janet Jackson, no new FBA, another $20 bill. I like pricing the new stuff if there's no offers at $20. If it's used and the new offer is over $17.99, I like pricing the used at $17.99. Feel free to steal that and use that in your own business. And then the last one we got, another new sealed, super slow mover. Listen, I'm paying $1 a piece. I've been doing this long enough. I'm a-okay taking these risks. It might not fit your business model, and that's perfectly fine. But for me, I'll buy these all day long at $1, especially since it's new, no prep. $19.99. This will probably sell. Q4 is coming, right? And I'll be able to send stuff in. I won't be thinking about quitting. Let me show you guys some of the DVDs. The grand finale. Scoutly isn't loading the data, but we'll price this at $19.99. All Pooped Out. I've sold this multiple times. $5 after fees. Deuce Bigelow, brand new seal. This will sell the second it gets checked in. You make right around $5. Brand new seal to Clint Eastwood. We'll price this up here to the $16.95. We're not going to get down there with the idiot at $8.73. Make around $8. This one didn't. Actually, yeah, it did. The Beider Meinhof Complex. This is new sealed as well. 15 bucks profit. The last one we got is the Making of Miss Saigon. Come on! The sticker is covering the damn barcode. Last but not least, this sells about once every 2 weeks. We'll price this probably $24.99 since the new one is $77. And that's it. Listen, you're not always going to be riding high in this business. And more or not, more or less, more or whatever the saying is, you're going to be peaks and valleys. And when you hit valleys, it's good to be around like-minded people. I know I say it all the time, and it's not just because I have a group, right? I say this because I've seen the benefits of being around like-minded people. So when you're down in the dumps, you got somebody to reel you back in, lift you back up, get yourself back out the door. Kind of like today. I'm going to be straight up with you. I didn't feel like doing nothing today. And Deb said, get out of here. Go make me some money. I said, well, I got to record the wrap-up. She said, well, go get it done. Why are you sitting around here for? I'm like, because I'm a bum. I'm a crumb bum, right? Like, I just want to...
You don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum.
Sit at home and eat Doritos and drink Diet Mountain Dew all day. This is my first time trying Diet Mountain Dew. It's not terrible. I mean, no calories. That's all I care about. But that's going to do it for the video. You're not allowed to quit. If you're on the verge of quitting, shoot me a message, whether that's in the Discord, whether it's through the channel. I will lift your spirits back up because I've seen the light at the end of the tunnel. It is there for every single one of us. So appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more usable videos. Bye-bye.